Hey, family. We did. I'm Shatira and
I am Akera,
and welcome to Cooking with the Queens, and we are going to be making up some really delicious keto, low carb friendly foods, healthy options for those people who want to have a low carb lifestyle. All right, so getting started, we're going to start talking about some breakfast options. And one of the things that I noticed is that when you're trying to have a low carb diet, one of the things that people love to eat is bread. And I don't know about you,
can't give it up.
Listen,
some people can't give it up. I'm not one of those though.
No?
But I can pretty much give up bread.
Okay.
Certain things I can't give up, but bread is one of them.
Okay, well you was fortunate because I couldn't. So one of the things I did was I found this low carb is called Base Culture, and this is a cinnamon raisin bread. I love it. This is one of the things I eat on a daily basis. And they have a bunch of different kinds. This one happens to be the cinnamon raisin, but they have it in like a garlic kind, a regular kind, there's a seeded kind. And it's a total of 6 net carbs per slice of bread. So it's really good for people who want to have a low carb option. The other thing that you want to do and keep in mind is your sugars. Sugars are a big thing, right? So this one is something called Swerve. It's made with erythritol as opposed to sugar. It's a really great sweetener that you can use for your teas, your coffees. You can put it into your like pastries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a really good one. It tastes like sugar and it matches like sugar. So if you're supposed to put in a half a cup of sugar and an ingredient, then you would instead put a half a cup of the Swerve.
And then we have the monk fruit. So, I don't know. This one is 0 calories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 0 calories for this one. Monk fruit, I don't know. I think I like this one.
Oh, you like the Swerve better?
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, it all depends on you.
Yeah.
But
I think the monk fruit, it does a little bit of something to my digestive tract.
so that's why we have alternatives.
Yes. So yeah, these are the different options that you have. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about breakfast. So one of the things that people ask me is, what do you eat for breakfast? And we have a lot of options when you're going low carb. You can eat eggs. That's one of the things I
always
eat.
number one.
Yeah. And then you can add a little bit of cheese. I love a good Parmesan and some mozzarella shredded. You can also get this Keto and Company, I believe, and this is a low carb, so it is literally 2 net carbs per like little pancake that you make. So this is another option that I use. All right, so now what we want to do is get started with actually cooking up some stuff. Oh, and then this also is a cassava flour flatbread. So this is also low carb. So as a total, it has a total of 24 grams, but about 20 grams because it's also 4 grams of dietary fiber. So it's 20 grams, and this is per 2 tortillas. So you can eat 2 of these.
But those would be good because you can do the eggs and make like an omelet and then still have, you know, like everybody pronounce it different. What is it? Quesadilla? Quesadilla?
Yeah, you said it right.
Quesadilla. So you could do a breakfast quesadilla with these, with some peppers and onions, and still be low carb.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we doing next? Our next thing is we're gonna make some chicken fajitas. We have some carb balance spinach and herb wraps. I don't know all the calories and all that. So 60 calories per 1 tortilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what is that?
It has 18 grams of carbs, but it has 15 grams of dietary fiber. So if you know you're going to take whatever the amount of carbs are, you can minus the dietary fiber from it. That gives you 3 net carbs.
And I'm new to carbs. That's why she's telling y'all all of the carbs, because I'm new to carbs, to counting carbs and all of that. So then we're gonna make some chicken with our peppers and fajita sauce. So easy peasy, simple. You can pretty much add whatever you want to do. You know, I have a little bit of lime. We have some onions, a red onion, green pepper, the carbs, and some chicken. So we're gonna get started. So I like to cut mine thin. So I cut it in half and then cut it in strips. Cut it in half, cut it in strips. Make sure the strips these. So we are making chicken fajitas. I have made some chicken here. I cut some chicken up. I also cut up my bell peppers, green peppers, and red onion. So we are going to season the chicken and get that started, and then we're going to cook our vegetables down, and I'll be back to show you the next step. I like a little, just a little bit. And then we are going to season with some black pepper. Now I don't measure, but you guys can feel free to measure. So, and everybody needs some complete seasoning. Complete seasoning, and that is pretty much it. I put a little bit of, this is avocado oil, guys. Little bit of avocado oil. And our spatula. Because we have a fajita package. So that is the seasoning. So that's why we don't put a lot of other seasonings, because we don't want to make it get too salty.
fajitas, low carb. Alright, so now what we're going to do is make a low carb, keto friendly soup. It's really fast, really easy to make. I'll be using some ginger miso sauce. These are what you call ready to eat miracle noodles, and they're made with cauliflower. I got an onion, bell pepper, I have my mushrooms, and then I'll be using some tamari to add some more flavor. Alright, so now I'm going to take these and put these in a pan. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this tamari. Some of the miso sauce. Put it in there. Down a little bit. And then I'm going to add the mushrooms. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about these noodles. They're actually paleo and keto friendly, and they're also gluten free, so that means that they're grain free. The way you count the carbs is you look at the total number of carbs, which is 3, and then the dietary fiber. So you're going to subtract the dietary fiber from the carbs, so you have 1. 3 subtracted by 2 is 1. And then you go up to the serving size. So it says about 2 servings, which equals 3 ounces. So if you consider that just 3 ounces, and then the serving, the amount that comes in here, this is like 7. So you break it down into like 2. So you would get a total of 2 net carbs if you ate a full bag of one of these. This is a really good alternative for you if you want to make like spaghettis or anything that involves pasta, but you want to have it low carb. And if you don't like these, because these are made with konjac flour, if you're not a fan of that, then you can get you some zucchini noodles. Zucchinis are, a great vegetable to have. They're low carb. You can take a zucchini, put it in a spiraler, and then create the same effect. And you can put it in your spaghettis, put it in your soups, anything that involves a pasta. You can substitute a zucchini noodle and put it in there instead. about like cooking and like cooking food and recording it, you see how you can find yourself eating a lot of the stuff that